everybody. We have an amazing set reveal for everybody today. What do we have, Krystal?
Here it is, everyone. Indeed we do.
Yeah.
We've got lights, we've got our shelves still behind us. We have like the biggest TV screen anyone has ever seen. We have a new logo even, and we've got screens on the side, we got room for guests, we got all kinds of beautiful things going on here. And actually, I don't know if people think this is cool, but I think it's cool that these LEDs, like you can change individually.
Each individual layer.
Yes. Yeah. So we're picking out light colors specifically for counterpoints. We happen to love this blue for ourselves. Right. We could set special colors for live streams or different events. We could go dark Brandon with the red lighting. Right. You could do anything you want.
We even have cinema nighttime lighting that they were telling us about for dramatic effect, more shadows. Man, listen, first of all, new logo. So let's start with this big, beautiful logo. We've got the big, beautiful mug. Everybody keeps asking for customized mugs. Can we go ahead and show those? We've got Clown on one of them. We've got an Indeed We Do. This is just the logo one. Yes. Lipstick stained already. All right. So for the merch, here are the instructions that I've been told to read everyone. All right. Number one, we have got, you have to look at the merch store. It's going to be shop.breakingpoints.com. All of this is going to be in your email and in the description of this video. Everything is made in the USA. It's union. It features multiple items, which everybody has been asking for. The custom t-shirts, the hats. Somehow we decided to do a bucket hat. We were talked into that one.
I don't know that I was really part of it, but like it just showed up.
Right. I don't know where this
asked to model it as well.
The Gen Zs apparently like the bucket hat, so that's where we're
we aim to please folks. Yes.
Okay, so like I said, all the instructions, they're going to be in your email. It's going to be 15% off for all of the premium members just for the next 72 hours. Premium 15, that is the discount code. But we're kind of burying the lead because we still got to focus on the set.
Yeah. Before we even give you the full tour of the set, shout out to Griffin and Mac and Eric and Colvin and Chuck and Steve and the whole crew who worked overtime to put this together. It was not easy. It is a sign of how far this show has come, that this set had nothing to do with Saagar like drawing a horrific sketch
let's not get
on a napkin that got mocked and derided by the table maker. So this is the new desk. Now we do love and respect the old desk.
We do.
But this desk has many wonderful features, including some lovely lights here, which is pretty exciting. It has a lot more room to have two guests without it feeling all like squished and weird and having a super awkward shot. Obviously, we have the screen on the front of it, which is amazing. But if we go back to the center cam so we can see more of what's going on here, the whole goal in making this investment in this community was to be able to take it to the next level.
Yes.
And one of the things that you all have been telling us ever since we were doing Rising was that the production quality and the level of the presentation really actually matters. That wasn't necessarily something I expected going into doing Rising, then we carried over till Breaking Points. But when we started Breaking Points, we wanted it to begin with a professional presentation and to continue to build from there. The fact that we were able to build out what is, truly a world-class set in studio because of you guys, it is truly a realization of what we have always wanted Breaking Points to be, where you can share it with anyone. It looks and reads like a traditional news program, even if we have non-traditional takes or guests or views that are heterodox, that are different from what you hear in the mainstream press. But that initial react to it is, this is something serious, this is something credible, this is something that I can feel great about sharing with friends and family to understand my view of the world.
That's what you're getting at. Like this, we didn't build this set just to look better. It's not about vanity. It was for all of you. You guys made it so important that you have to be able to share it with your friends, your family, to be able to grow the show, not only for our purposes, but really because we think about it as a community. And that original Rising set, that Rising set was built with corporate dollars. This set, Krystal, is built with their subscriber funded.
You
like
guys
you said,
really built it.
This is world-class, multi-layer, a real team, our producers, only possible because of all of you. So I don't think we can say how grateful we are to everyone for making this possible. And we understand how important it is. Also, with the desk, it's not just even looks so that you can share. It's like, this is how we can feature bigger guests, more panels. I know everybody loves the panels. Everybody wanted the panels to come back. So we teased it long enough. Here are the guests that we have so far. Okay, number one, Day one, this is actually crazy. Jack Dorsey will be joining the show on Monday live to discuss RFK Jr. It is his very first interview. We're also talking about social media, Twitter, his very first interview since leaving Twitter, which is insane. So you guys, again, are the ones who made that possible. And when we booked him, we were like, look, man, this, it's huge for our show. This is a big part of it. And part of the reason was the studio. So I want to be very, very clear about how we were able to do that. RFK Jr. is returning to the show on Tuesday, Krystal. We're going to do that remotely. He's going to be in Los Angeles, but we've got a great new remote setup that everybody here also made possible. We have, I love this one, James Vanderbeek of Dawson's Creek fame, who Krystal and I didn't know who this guy. No offense, James, but we didn't really know who he was.
I mean, I know the show. People were obsessed with the show.
Yes.
I've never been a huge TV watcher.
Right.
So, but once I knew who he was, it's very exciting.
And then we were like, okay, so he spoke out, and obviously he caused a big stir by saying that there should be a debate. He's going to come on the show. He's going to lay out
the least controversial take ever, but somehow is controversial anyway.
James Vanderbeek will be joining the show, and we've got the return of the panel. This is actually a huge one. So this panel is two guests, one who people have seen before, Ryan Gerdusky. The other is a DC Drano. Some of you might know him from Twitter. So we're going to have two people who are genuinely intellectually not dishonest, have an America First debate around whether it should be Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump. It'll be on the merit, on the politics, on the merits, on the policy. We're going to go for a while, and it's going to be something you're not actually going to see on cable news, and I think that's one of the cooler parts. It's not going to be some stupid talking past each other within 2 minutes. We'll take our time. We'll have the guests. We're going to be here in the studio, sitting at this desk. I think you guys are really going to look and like the setup. And again, one of the ways that they're both traveling to Washington, D.C. to do it. Same thing was the studio, the look, the professionalism, and the ability to reach not only you, but hundreds of thousands, millions of people, even potentially. So that's just our first week. And Counterpoints is also kicking up some stuff as well. And just to show everybody what this new guest setup is going to look like, we're going to cut now to show you what some of our interviews will look. Okay, so get ready to this look right here, because this is what it's going to look like whenever we are interviewing people. We'll be setting things up, probably closing the show sometimes from over here, side by side, right where we belong, right, Krystal?
That's right.
And then let's show everybody the guest shot. Check this out from behind the shoulder.
Joining us now, the one and only producer Griffin.
As you guys can tell, this is a great setup. In order to interview people, we can look directly at you. They can come in across. But I think overall, Krystal, what it's nice is that it brings us together with the guest, and even in the case of when they are remote, and then also when we're interviewing somebody can be seated right across. We have multiple different ways. It looks really nice, and as people can tell, if a politician or somebody like that walks in here, it's basically indistinguishable from any other studio that they'll be walking into, mainstream media-wise, in DC.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to just show off the shot. I've got some real questions for Griffin.
Oh, tell us. What do you got?
How are you doing, Griffin? You hanging in there?
I'm having a blast. We were so excited to finally see this thing come together. And after this, I'm going to sleep for the next couple weeks.
Good, and you deserve it.
After that.
What was the most frustrating, enraging part of getting this set all put together so that it's beautiful
that you
and
didn't
perfect
tell
the
us
way
about
it is?
until right now?
Yeah, I kept all the real bad stuff out of your guys' sight. The breaking point sign on the front of the desk. I don't know if you guys can see it in that shot. It's kind of peeking out right down there.
You can see a little bit. Yeah.
Yep,
There it is. Yeah.
Well, the ceiling shot is what I'm most proud of. But the Breaking Points logo in front, something about getting that to fit on a wide monitor took me about 8 hours.
Oh my God.
Poor guy.
A lot of YouTube videos, our other producer, Mac, who's been helping run the main show in the meantime. And everyone in our crew from, Colvin, Eric, Steve and Pete and Chuck, they all just really stepped up to bring this really high caliber new studio to life. So I really thank them all from the bottom of my heart. And we're excited to do the news.
See, Griffin has this theatrical sensibility.
It's a film school grad.
Yeah.
That's
so
how you know.
the shot from the ceiling and the way that looks and the texture of it and the different camera angles and stuff. That's all Griffin. You did an amazing job.
Thank you, Griffin.
Yeah, you're the best. We love you. And we love you guys too. You all made this possible. And I mean, to go from when we left Rising and we were terrified, putting stuff on our credit cards, we're like, are people going to show up for it? To be here 2 years later, debuting a set that, I mean, honestly, I was really excited about what it looked like from the pictures. But to be honest with you, I personally think it comes together even more, like being able to sit in it and use it and what it actually is like to experience it here. It's the next level. It's the next phase for the program, and it's very exciting.
I even get stunned. I'm not supposed to look at the monitors, but I keep looking over because I'm like, I can't believe that we look this good in our studio. But more so, I'm like, I can't believe about all the different opportunities and things that this opens up. So we'll just close it this way. We're really excited to bring everybody the show on Monday. That Jack Dorsey interview is going to be huge.
Yes.
All week.
Fingers crossed he doesn't like cancel for some
right.
weird reason. That's why we're always nervous about previewing.
We're only
big
revealing
guests
it to you guys. Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Billionaires and politicians, they literally cancel at the last minute for no reason. So Jack, we hope you don't cancel. But, this is what we're announcing for right now. We just want to say again, thank you. You're the only ones who made it possible. 2 years ago, almost exactly to the day, 2 years and 1 day ago.
Wow.
To be sitting here doing our very first show in the same studio, but not at the same, a nice desk, but not as nice of a desk as this. Yeah, I mean, who could have imagined that we would be here? We're almost at 1 million subscribers on YouTube. We have thousands of you who have helped support the show. We've, I believe at one point, we're number 3 on all of Spotify. Always been in the top 10 political podcasts, and that is not something I can tell you that we ever thought was going to happen, at least off the bat. And you have only made it possible. So we love you, and we are so excited, so excited for Monday, for every single day afterwards. And we want to thank you all again. So love you. That's all I can say.
Have a beautiful weekend, guys, and we will see you here Monday morning.